Okay, Pete and Rose. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. We are on board the CHB trawler. This is the aft deck here. You can look at the railing. Got this silly umbrella, little table, aft door. Has a little ladder to get in. Little barbecue grill just runs off the green propane. You can see your exhausts here, wet exhausts. Keeps all over the sound and everything under the water. Engine hatches, you can see these doors. Looking down the starboard side here. We'll just do a quick walk around all the way through the bow so you guys can see that. He's got the covers off the windows, but he does have canvas, I think, that snaps up on some of these. A little bit of varnishing work you could do. Smart power cord. Walking up to the bow. All the railings have really nice kind of oil varnish. You got anchor. Looking forward here at your pulpits. Looking back at the cabin house, you got really nice canvas up top. It's all relatively new. Opening window right here in the front. Just do the full walk around this side as well. Again, maybe a little varnishing on these handholds. Work our way, VHF antenna, work our way up to the top, and we'll work our way to the inside. So nice big aft deck. Looks like he's got a couple little rod holders, things like that. A lot of room here. No chairs or anything, but you could absolutely put some benching or do something like that. This is the upper helm station. You got your throttles, little box here, brand new Garmin, brand new displays. This was all redone during the last refit. New VHF radio, a couple of switches and outlets. This thing's a little funky, just a little cover goes to the inside, could be worked on. But the boat itself, like the paint job is unbelievable. Even the varnish work on a lot of this wood is all still in really good shape. You can see some areas starting to go, but for the most part overall, it's really, really nice. Open up a couple of cabinets. Give you a peek inside to the raw glass. See some of the wiring. Basically the whole boat was rewired. I think that was one thing that I mentioned to you guys. Really nice awning, everything's in really good shape, zippers, and there's no tears or anything like that. All right, work our way back down. Ta-da. So what I'll do is I'll just do a quick walk through the inside and then we'll work our way down into the engine room. It's got this air conditioning unit. I've never turned it on. Not sure if it even works, but it's plumbed in, so I would guess that it does. He just has these kind of chairs, these little window drapes, nothing fancy, just to keep the sun out. Try to keep the boat a little cool. It's a little warm today. So the sleeping arrangement on this boat is kind of interesting. This is kind of your salon bench. A couple of folks that I talked to were like, oh, well, this could be a good sleeping area, but it is relatively short. It's not all that long. You just kind of keep things under cover. Get a little TV, flares. I don't know what the heck that Pioneer thing is. Maybe a stereo of some sort or subwoofer. Lower helm station and your side door. This gives you access to outside. So if you're docking on a starboard tie, whoever's at the helm station down here can actually help to get dock lines and that sort of thing. Brand new Garmin, still got the plastic on it. These are your throttles again. New gauges that were all input when they did the refit. Wheel, new electrical panel here. A bunch of different things. We'll just stick with the electrical since we're just looking at that. Here's some more 12 volt outlets. Let's just look into the back here. Got a cabinet where they did all this wiring. So you got no leaks, you know, hydraulic fittings on for your steering. All really nice new wiring on everything. Battery charger, that sort of stuff. Galvanic isolator. Little roll of wire, some spare parts and things. Pop back up to the galley. You have this kind of mini fridge with the freezer. You get the microwave. And this is kind of where maybe there used to be some sort of stove, but that is no longer here. He's got new sink fixtures. Looks like they did some stuff to the counters. As you can see, the boat's in pretty good shape, cosmetically. We'll work our way to the interior, but he has some of this like lighting, kind of house lighting. One thing that I noticed is a lot of his lights do plug into 110 outlets, which is not very helpful when you're out on the water, because I don't think there's an inverter. I believe the unit that's in here is just a battery charger. So give you a look underneath the plumbing. And we'll work our way through it. This is kind of your V-berth and head. Start the head. This is going to be your shower rows that you were asking about. Everything removes there. Drains into the floor. And again, 110 light. Things are plugged into outlets. There's no like 12-volt lights on the ceilings anywhere, so kind of funky, but that's not a huge deal. Manual pump toilet, and I believe this is the area for the Y valve. You can see all the plumbing's all been replaced, and then the holding tank is this guy. It's like a 2-gallon holding tank or something, so real small. It's never been used. So they put that in and everything's set to go overboard. So maybe look under the sink. Again, more plumbing. Everything's in pretty good shape. That's your head. Got your V-berth. This side bunk is actually pretty big. It's almost, you could almost lay 2 people or 2 kids. But again, kind of short. It's not super, super long. So it's kind of funky to me. Here's your hatch to get out. Anchor rod and chain, things like that, all accessible. Get an idea about what the sleeping quarters are like in here. Again, up in here, same thing. They have all these 110 lights. You got lights underneath. You got a little light right here. I think this is just storage. Boom. Things of that nature. What we'll do now, though, is we will work our way into the floor. I'm just going to set the phone down for just a minute. While we do that. Access to the bilge. Brand new water heater. Still got some plastic on it. You get your bilge pump, float switch. New batteries. You can see some of these new throttle cables and things like that that were installed. This is your engine, the front side of the Caterpillar. You can see your belts. Those would join up to your alternator and things like that. Obviously the bilges are a little bit raw, but just water. There's no signs of oil or anything like that. Everything aft is dry. It's just right here. There's just like a couple quarts of water. So set this back and we'll work our way to the back of the engine there. I'm not going to climb down in the hatch. It's super hot and I actually have like a nice collared shirt on and I can't afford to get oily today. All right. Work our way back here. There's a couple. We'll just start at the very back. New water pumps, bilge, new Perco switches, filters, hoses, exhausts, a little bit of corrosion on one of those hose clamps, but it's all doubled. I believe you have a water tank there. You got your shaft. all the hose clamps, everything's pretty clean. Looks like a water filter even for your sink. Okie doke. All right, get to our floor here. This is new batteries. Another look at the engine from a different angle. You can see, obviously, it's an original engine, so you know things are not perfect. But if you go through and you look at all this stuff, you can see that somebody took the time to change out the cables and a lot of the hoses, brand new hose clamps and things like that. So engine runs really well. She's a little loud, it's just a trawler, but yeah, she's ran fine. I don't know if the owner gave me any of this stuff about his oil changes, and there's one more battery up here too. Oh no, yeah, see that? But there's a guy at the yard who's done all the service and who's in charge of the rebuild. We might be able to track some of that information down from him at some time. One more aft hatch here. Let's see if we can get this one open. This is storage, access to steering area, things like that. A lot of gear in here. You got power cords,